Hello everybody, welcome. It is me, John, back for another Transformers review, and today I am going to be doing a review on Transformers Legacy Armada Starscream. Let's get into it. Okie doke then, here he is. Here is Armada Starscream in his plane mode. And he does look pretty darn cool in this mode. I'm starting him off in this mode. He comes packaged in robot mode, but I want to start him off in this mode. Transform him into robot mode as well. So here he is. These are his accessories. I will show you in a moment. Actually, while I'm here, I'll take these off. They just connect to little ports under the wings there. As per usual with Seekers, usually they have like, you know, little hole things for accessories, or one of them little phaser blaster cannon things that they're more known for with G1 and things. So I do have a few problems with this figure. It could be QC issues, it could just be relating to my figure, but I will get into them in a moment. But he does look cool. I am a big fan of the Armada Starscream. Well, I am a fan of the Unicron trilogy. I do love the toy line. I'm not a big fan of Energon the show, the actual TV series. I don't like Energon because the way the animation is. But I do love the toys. There's some really good gems in those toy lines, and Armada Starscream and even Cybertron Starscream is among my favourite Starscream designs and moulds. And when I heard that they were going to be doing a legacy version of you know, actually like more of a deluxe condensed version of Armada Starscream, I had to jump on it. I mean, I think this guy was actually a purchase I picked up from I think it might have been from TFN last year. Or was it something I ordered? I can't remember. It's either a pre-order. It was a figure I think I pre-ordered this guy, actually. I think I either pre-ordered him off of Kapow or in demand. I can't remember which one now. But yeah, it was a pre-ordered figure. I got him like a bit before going to TF Minicon. This guy's literally been in box this whole time. I've just not had a chance to open any stuff, and I thought, while I've got time, sod it, I'm going to open him and I'm going to just see what he's like. Now, he does look really cool. Let me just show you. The colour scheme is obviously very, you know, you can definitely recognise this is Starscream and Armada Starscream. It is basically that they have just taken the coexisting figure from this line, and they've just literally kind of just made him smaller. You know, there is some slight differences in the mould. Obviously, there is no Cyberplanet key thing. It would have been nice. I don't know whether people would have liked the idea of bringing Cyberplanet key gimmick back for these legacy toys. I mean, it's a different line entirely. It's just meant to be a representation from different eras of the toy line. You know, because obviously with Legacy and even also Legacy Evolution, they are literally going into different lines such as like Transformers Prime, Energon, Armada. I am happy that they are kind of looking at the Armada toy line, because I feel the Armada toy line has kind of taken a back seat a little bit when it comes to Hasbro. But yeah, he looks pretty cool. There's no real functionality to him in this mode. All you can really do is make sure, you know, you can put his weapons in the holes there, and obviously whenever the little friend kind of like attaches, this gun originally would pop out when he kind of got like enhanced. So you have like a little battle mode in his play mode. So one of the issues I have with the figure, oh man, it looks okay at the moment, but it doesn't stay together very well. When I fold the legs in, I'm not doing it wrong either, because I paid very close attention to the instructions. But one of the legs doesn't seem to kind of be as flush as the other one. If you see here, you can see it's a bit up and down. I have tried no end to try and make sure it is all pieced together correctly. You can kind of move it, but then these red flap things here in the center, they kind of fold in on the legs to complete the legs in robot mode. Those are supposed to be perfectly flush level according to those instructions. The instructions are shit. But according to them instructions, they're supposed to be like a perfect panel. They're supposed to just be perfectly flush, but they do not stay flush, and they actually constantly open. So that's a little bit annoying. Also in robot mode, when I get to robot mode, I don't like how his waist is. Yeah, I'll get to that when I get to that. Also in hand, the plastic quality. The wings, the plastic seems good on the wings and also on the guns, but it's kind of the rest of it. The actual, it just feels very light. It feels like nothing. So that just says to me that the type of grade of plastic used for this figure is incredibly cheap. It just feels cheap in the hand. Like majority of toys coming out now, I do know that the plastic has been changed because of certain ingredients and things like that in plastic. So I know the kind of Hasbro have kind of like changed the mix when it comes to the molding and everything and the plastics to use. But yeah, it just feels very, very cheap. And like I say, nothing seems to really stay together properly. Like this flap here, this is on the arm, this is a shoulder blade bit that kind of creates the rest of the wing. That on this side doesn't seem to want to stay flush. That side's perfect, this side isn't. So I don't know, it just doesn't feel, it isn't worth the price tag that was put on him when he first came out. I mean, obviously I pre-ordered this guy without really thinking that, and obviously I haven't seen anyone else review it, even though there has been reviews online, but I haven't watched them, if you know what I mean. So this is literally my first time completely just taking him out the box and, having a little play and tinker with him. So first impressions, I do like him. It's a nice modern take on the character from Armada Starscream, but I just think the quality of the plastic and things don't mash together properly as they're supposed to. Yeah, that's just a bit of a down thing on my part. That's just, I mean, it could just be me. It could be my figure, or somebody probably in the comment section would be like, yeah, I've transformed it right. I'm like, obviously I have transformed it right because I'm doing it via these things called instructions. Yes, sometimes instructions are wrong as well, but that is the close code, damn it, as you're supposed to transform things. So I was following that phase for phase. So literally, this is literally the best I can get it to look anything like in plain mode. So I've spoken about this mode way too long, nearly 10 bloody minutes. But anyway, so let's transform him. So the first step, the arms, just kind of bring the arms sort of down completely like that. And then just bring these guns back. Yeah, the guns are fine. Yeah. The legs kind of collapse in on each other, so you just kind of, the legs close up on each other, so you just bring them down, twist around. So this wing fin bit is facing outwards. Also, I've noticed on mine as well, the one of the legs, I think it's this one, it tends to want to come off. I mean, end of the day, it's just the way it's designed. It's not broken, it's just they've used a type of swivel joint where the leg literally just connects into like little grooves around like a circular little bit, and it basically just plugs straight into the connections. So that leg has a tendency to just flop off when you try to transform him. So Yeah, so that's another thing I don't like about it, is that they could have used a different type of connection there. But anyway, what you do here, the heels in the foot, you just pull them, bring the foot out, and then get your nail in there if you can. So there's that one out. And then this flap bit kind of goes in like that to kind of finish off the leg. But the legs are very hollow. But I'll do like the idea that they have actually decided to put red flaps on the back, so it kind of makes the legs, even though you can tell the hollow, but yeah, at least they put a flap on there, so they haven't just left it gaping open. Arms, they're on, if you notice here, they're on like a little metal thing, so they just kind of slide back and forth. So when you put it into plane mode, you're supposed to put the arm right to as far as it will go on the left, but when it's in robot mode, you just bring it back a little bit slightly, and then you just sort of bring the shoulder blade down. Next step is the nose cone. These black fin bits, I think they just kind of fold in, so they kind of just go underneath like that, like that. You can just see, and then this should, there we go, so the whole waist articulation, so it just pivots, so it just kind of pivots like this, the torso bit, and then this comes down, and there's like little grooves in the abdomen bit there, as you can just see, like two like grooves. That's where those fin bits kind of go in there to finish off the waist, like that. And then as you do that, the head pops up. The head actually kind of pushes down. It kind of like pushes down on like a thing. You just bring the head up. There we go. So I think I don't actually remember that red bit kind of being so pronounced. But anyway, fuck it, for the review's sake, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Then the wing fins, you just kind of twist them so they kind of go like that. It also breaks apart, like I said, from the shoulder blade part, which becomes actually the arm now. The last step now, so that is pretty much him transformed. This backpack bit, if you want to, it can actually fold back on itself like that, so just for the moment. So yeah, next step is the hands. You just kind of get your nail in there again, and then you flip out the fists like so. Yeah, the heads, for some reason, it's on some sort of like, I don't know why, but look at that. That looks so fucking stupid. The head is kind of like on this like articulated bracket. It's a bit stupid, to be honest. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. That head is on like a really weird mechanism. It's on like a ball joint, and it also articulates back and forth. But yeah, when you transform it into jet mode, you don't need to articulate the head back. It sort of just kind of pushes down into the body, into the top. It just kind of pushes in. So yeah, I don't see why they designed it like that, but alright. And there he is. So that's him transformed, people. That is him transformed. So there he is. There is Armada Starscream, Legacy, Armada Starscream in robot mode. So he does look pretty cool. I do like the robot mode. Once you get past the issues that I don't like with him. But yeah, he does look really kind of nice. I do love the, come on, focus. The head sculpt is really nice. I do like the head sculpt. He doesn't want to focus for some reason. But yeah, he does look really nice. The only thing with him is I don't like as well. I'm not a big fan of the waist. It is 360. It has got like a 360 swivel, which I don't have a problem with. That's a nice bit of articulation. But the problem is whenever you try to maneuver like the legs or anything, everything just fucking moves with it. So if you wanted to kind of get like a dynamic pose, if you're one of these like toy photographers, you're going to spend most of your time trying to put everything back together again, like his arms and his chest, just to move his legs. Everything's that waist bit is quite loose, and nothing kind of connects together. You know, there's nothing that comes down and plugs into a plate to kind of stiffen him up more. It's literally you move a leg. Let's see, you move his leg, and because so the whole bloody thing just moves, even though you just want to move one leg. People might think, oh, he's just been a bit, you know, he's just been a little bit harsh on the figure. It's a good figure, but I just think the legs on man seem a little bit loose as well on the joint. So I don't know. I think I maybe just got a QC one. Probably one that's just gone through. That's not as refined as other people's, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah. So articulation. It is hindered because of the wings, but you can sort of articulate them back like this, so you can get a little bit more articulation. But yeah, so you got arm articulation up and down, and you got swivel, you got elbow. That's that. Head is on a ball joint, up and down swivel. Swivel of the torso. Then you got legs up and bend, and you got foot pivot. So yeah. So the only other thing I can really show you is to finish him off, so he looks a little bit better. Is these cannons, these shoulder bits. These shoulder bits come up, so to kind of make him look a little bit more like the business, should I say. So, and then obviously, just like the toy before, that can come down. But these guns, even on the original toy, they just stuck out like this. So there he is. So as we did in plane mode, these can come over, and you've got his little Minicon companion or whatever it is. You know, you can kind of just bring those shoulder cannons through, like so. And so he has the shoulder cannons, which, you know, pretty cool. And as you can see, it's not as profound anymore, because obviously the guns are what take up most of the shoulder bit. But the fact that you can if you wanted to, for displayability factor, because like I said, that does take a lot of space up when you want to put him on a shelf. And say if you've got quite a lot of figures on your shelf already, like I have, you can just bring those completely down to finish off the backpack. So you just bring them down like this, and then it actually makes it a lot more user friendly when you want to put him up on a shelf, which is good. So let's just have a quick look then at his accessories. He comes with this blue sword. I forgot what they call it now. Forgotten what the sword is in Armada. I've forgotten. It's a combination of, I think, of two Minicons, I believe. It is, yes. I have forgotten it. But anyway. So show somebody in the comment section will remember. But anyway, so yeah, so as you can see, this is literally the Minicons. So it literally is, you can literally see how it's moulded. It literally does look like two little bots actually married together. When you look at it closely. So he comes with that, and then he also comes with his wing blade as well. So that just goes in his hand, like so. The other one also goes in his hand, like so. Like that. So he just holds his twin blades, like so. So yeah, there is Legacy Armada Starscream. He is a nice figure to a degree. I do like him. It's nice to have a modern take representation in a new line of some Armada figures. It's just there's some things. It might just be my figure. It just maybe is maybe a few QC issues. or it is just a design flaw on the figure and it's a generic thing. Other people out there probably don't mind. Probably other people out there probably don't have a problem compared to me. Or people will probably blame me for not transforming it correctly and not marrying something together properly. But yeah, whatever. But like I say, I mean, I'm going by these things, so yeah, no, I can't really go wrong when I've literally got it in black and white, drawn on a piece of paper. So yeah. So there is some issues with him. I feel he's very cheap in hand, plastic quality. He just feels very light. There's just nothing to him at all. It doesn't feel like a premium Transformer. It feels like something you would get from like the more kid-friendly toys. You know, like the little ones that kind of like have 5-step transformations. You know, the transformations are not in depth. They're like maybe kind of like have 3 steps and it's now a robot and it's now a tank or whatever. It kind of has the feel of those figures where they are much more what can I say, more kid-friendly toys. It kind of has that feel to me, very cheap. But at the same time, I do love the head sculpt. It looks very cool. I do like, you know, he does look the business. He has, you know, and the fact that it comes with these accessories as well. Yeah, he is a nice figure. I'm not going to be too harsh on him, but I want to be honest. It's just my first impressions of this thing. My first impressions are, I'd say this figure's probably for me, probably a 6 out of 10. It's just for me, it's just, I don't like the leg connector because it's one of those ones that kind of plugs into like little grooves around like a circular bit. I'll show you actually. See? That's the type of connector on his legs. Which is, obviously, this isn't the first figure to have these type of connectors. But literally, if that is the type of connector on the legs, and this thing's literally fallen off a couple of times while I've been trying to transform it. And also, you've got to make sure that it is correctly in the right grooves as well, because otherwise it's not going to transform. So, yeah, there's that. So, yeah. Yeah, and also the waist, nothing fixes into like a port, so you just literally, you move a leg and it literally everything moves with it. But at the same time, he's not too bad. He's quite nice. But anyway, so that is it. So there we go. That's my review on him. Thank you ever so much for watching. It's one of those things, you know, being a Transformers fan, you know, a lot of fans have come up against figures that have had bad plastic quality and QC problems, and it's not a good thing considering just how much they are charging for these things now. But yeah, we go. Thank you ever so much. See you soon. I'll be back with more reviews, more videos very soon. And till next time, stay awesome. Bye-bye.